Go start that business, y'all. It's 2023. You only live once. Go and start that business. I promise you won't regret it. It may be hard in the beginning, but what isn't hard in the beginning?
Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling lonely. When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question, tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl J Lam. We back with another video. If you're new here, you already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and if you've been a fan, what is up, y'all? So as you can see, the setting is a little bit different today. We're actually in my bedroom. I never record in my bedroom. I don't know why. So today's vlog is just going to be about how to start your small business in just 10 easy steps. I get this question a lot about, you know, how do you start up and things like that, and that's all this video is going to be. I'm just going to give you 10 steps on how to get started. If y'all want more details on, you know, how to like generate sales, how to promote, how to market, and things like that, y'all let me know in the comments. So let's get into it. Y'all, I want to keep my glasses on again, y'all know that little business effect, but listen here, my glasses in this light, they're not getting along. So let's get into the video, okay? So the very first step, y'all, is figure out what you're making, like what are you creating your business for? Figure out what you want to sell. So an easy way to do this, most of the time when people want to start a small business, they usually already have an idea of what they are, you know, what market that, you know, they're looking to get into and things like that. When I started my business, I instantly knew that I wanted to do clothes. I wanted to do clothing and accessories because I know how to make clothes. That's something that I'm good at. And yeah, so that's what I decided to do. You don't necessarily have to sell a product. You can sell a service as well. So for all my hairstylists, lash techs, MUAs and things like that, this is a good video for y'all as well. So we don't really have to focus on selling a product, but we can also focus on selling a service. So I feel like the easiest way to figure out what you're trying to sell is just figure out what you're good at, or figure out, you know, what you're interested in, what you're passionate about. Think about how much work you're actually willing to do to, you know, build your brand up. Step 2, figure out who you want to sell it to, right? So I sell clothes. My market is people who like one-of-one exclusive handmade pieces, good quality handmade pieces. That's my target audience. That's my market. It can range from 16-year-olds to 45-year-olds. Like, I want my pieces to have range. So that's the market that I try to stay within. For people who want to sell stuff outside clothes, so say that you sell like custom tumblers, you know, the tumbler cups. Your target audience might be people who, you know, work in the medical field, or people who are very active on a day-to-day basis. Now, for all my girls that are in, you know, cosmetology and things like that, you just have to figure out who are you selling this service to. Are you going to service men? Are you going to be a loctician? Are you going to cut hair? And this is for the guys as well. Like, if you're trying to be a barber, whose hair are you trying to cut? Are you going to have only a certain range of people that you want to cut? Do you want to cut kids' hair? Do you know, want to cut other men's hair? Do you just want to cut guys' hair around your age so you feel like, because you can relate to them more? So that's definitely the next key step, is just figuring out who you want to sell it to. Like, I feel like that's really, really important, and it's not talked about enough. Like, you can have a fire business plan, a fire product, but if you don't know who you're selling the product to, you're not going to get any sales. And I just want y'all to know, like, I am doing these 10 steps based off my experience and based off what I think is the most important, and basically like how I did it to get to where I'm at today. My next step, number 3, would be to figure out your brand name. So figure out what product you want to sell, figure out who you want to sell it to, and figure out what you're going to call that brand. When it comes to a brand name, I know a lot of times people can just use their name. Like, if you have a catchy name, you can just use your name. I know that does work for some people, but depending on what you're selling, you got to really, you know, figure it out. How I came up with my name, Lover Girl Co, is I'm genuinely a lover girl. Like, I'm a Cancer. I was born in July. Like, I've always just been a lover girl, and not even just in like relationships, like in friendships, just like in life. Everything I do, I always try to do it with love and a good heart, you know, good intentions and things like that. So that's how I came up with my name, Lover Girl. I was just in a car with my dad. We were in Atlanta, so we was in Atlanta. We was getting ready to go on our family vacation to Orlando, and we was driving somewhere. I couldn't figure it out. But my dad, he's an entrepreneur too, so I always talk to him, you know, about my business ideas and things like that. And mind you, I had my LLC for 2 years before I really started selling products. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But I was sitting here and I was just talking to him. He was like, what do you want in life? Like, what's some things that you're conflicted with? And at the time, I felt like, I was like, I'm just be single for the rest of my life, Dad. And I was just being honest with him. And then something we were just talking about something. I was like, lover girl. I was like, I'm a lover girl. And I was like, I'm a lover girl. And I told him, I looked at him, I was like, that's going to be the name of the brand, like Lover Girl Co. So that's how I came up with my name. Some people names are real personal to them. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just coming up with a name so they can go ahead and get that product posted and get it sold. And that's okay too. So after you figure out that brand name, because I feel like the brand name really helps with your inspiration and everything that you need to move forward, we're going to move on to step 4. And step 4 for me is figuring out funding, how much your startup cost would be. So figure out how you finna pay for all this. If you already have a job and you're going to use that income to help start up your brand, cool. If you got parents, you got family members, you got friends that want to invest in your business, cool. But figure that out. Figure out the plan. Figure how much that you're going to put into this. Figure out, you know, what your ROI and things like that will be if you spend this amount of money on this kind of product, and what's it going to take for you to market that product, what's it going to take for you to send out that product, what's it going to take for you to get the sample for that product, and so on and so on. We figured out all that. We got the brand name. We figured out how much it's going to cost for us to start up the business. We figured out who we want to sell it to. We figured out what we want to sell. The 5th step would be to create an LLC under your desired brand name. I got my LLC in July 2021. I didn't start selling until like a year or 2 years after. Why? I was just scared. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had no direction, no anything. So that's why. But it's definitely important that you create that LLC before you start selling. That way your business is registered, it's legal. Nobody else can take that name from you. That's your business. So creating an LLC under your desired brand name is the 5th step, very important step. Now what you can do is you can actually go on Google and you can look up how to register your business under an LLC. And it'll pop up with different people that you can register your LLC through. I use Northwestern Agent. Northern West, I don't know. I'm a I'll tag them on the video somewhere, but that's who I use. Now when you do start up with the LLC part, when you get to the LLC part, you are going to have to pay, and I think the price varies between who you go through. I paid $300, but I paid $300 for like my LLC, my EIN number and all that, and I also paid for an agent as well. You don't have to pay for an agent. It is smart to have an agent, yes, just in case some, you know, legal situation or anything like that comes up. It's great to have an agent as well. Step 6. Once you get that LLC, get that EIN number. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to send you your EIN number. So be on the lookout for that. And EIN number is the same thing as your state tax ID. How many digits is it? I don't know how many digits it is, but you'll get a paper or they'll email you the documentation with your EIN number on it, and you want to save that, so save that. All right, so step 7, after we get that EIN number, go set up a bank account. And the reason I say this right after you get the EIN number is because you don't want to start spending no money. You don't want to start spending no money on anything until you open up that bank account. That way you have each transaction. That means when it's time for you to file them taxes, you're gonna be straight. What you paid to start up the business, if you paid somebody for a logo, if you had to pay to use an account to create a website, just have all that in that bank account, and only use that bank account for your business. Your personal bank account and your business bank account should be separated. So after we set up that bank account, and keep in mind, y'all, throughout this video, these are my top 10 step by step. Y'all are more than welcome to do it however you want to do it, but this is just from my personal experience, and I've had people ask me this question, so I'm like, I might as well just make a video for y'all. Might as well just tell y'all how I did it. My next step, number 8, would be to get a logo made or figure out what will represent your brand. Just say if I took Jada Lamb and that's just my logo in cursive or something with some kind of font. So getting a logo made, if you don't want to spend money on getting a logo made just yet, there are a couple of different options that you can do on the creative kind of like DIY side that I did. I use this for like my just my LG that I have. I use like this font website, and I typed in futuristic fonts, And if I can find that, I'll try and put that in this video as well for y'all to have. And I just typed in LG. I seen one that popped up that I really liked, so I took that, just the 2 letters. I took that and I used that as my logo, but I got it modified when I sent it to my vendor. That way it wasn't the same as the actual text that I had used off the website. For my other recommendations, when it comes to getting a logo made or just figuring out what your brand will represent, if you know people that are in graphic design, hit them up for a logo. Most of the time they really don't charge that much. They'll give you like 5-6 different variations of that one logo for, you know, a set amount. I have one person that I use for my logos on Instagram. Like any of the logos that I can't make, I have this one guy on Instagram, and I'll put his ad name on here too for y'all. I'm just giving y'all, like, I'm giving y'all all the sauce. And his prices are really good. I've made like 7-8 logos through him. He's somebody he's really consistent. He's really quick. He's very communicative. And he does the services through PayPal. You can pay through PayPal. You know, PayPal has like a customer like protection plan or whatever, so you won't get scammed. He's not gonna scam you. I get plenty of logos from him. And any other time that I don't feel like paying for a logo, I go to my girl Canva. Now, if y'all don't know what Canva is, baby, y'all need to get here. I'll make another video about that too. So with Canva, I have made a logo in there before. And I might do a video on showing y'all how to do that. I really can't like explain it to y'all. I kind of just have to show y'all. I'll be able to better explain it as I'm doing it. So I did make a logo in Canva. So those are like your 3 options. You can find like a font website on Google, type some words in, see how you like it. If you just want to go strictly with like words or an abbreviation, you can actually go to somebody to make your logo. Or if you're just into graphic design yourself, I'm pretty sure Adobe offers services for you to go in and create your own logo. But it is important that you have something that represents your brand, so that when people see it, they'll be like, okay, that's Lovergirl. Oh, that's Jaden's brand, or that's such and such brand. So have something that represents your brand. So the 9th step would be to create a website. Now for me, I created my website through Shopify. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this isn't like a promo video or advertisement or anything like that. I've used Shopify from, let's see, when did I get set up with Shopify? I can't remember when I got set up with them. Before, I was just doing like orders through like DM and stuff, and that I don't recommend doing that, because for one, it doesn't, what's the word? It doesn't validate you as a business if you're just doing business through DM. Sometimes people look at that as a scam, and it's very hard to trust people. And most of the time, people really don't want to DM somebody for information on a product or to place an order. They usually, you know, like to use a link that has a secure form of checkout, so they know that they're not, you know, getting scammed or whatever. So I would say create a website. I use Shopify. I did like the free trial first, but now I do pay, I think it's like $10. It's like $10 to $20 a month, I think. So what you do is you go into Shopify, you set up Shopify, you put in all your business information, your EIN, your name, who's registered to, where it's registered at, the phone number and all that. You can put your logo on the website, and they have different themes on there that's automatic. You can pick a theme, you can, you know, fill in whatever you want to fill in. You can change the fonts on certain words, you can add your products right there all on the Shopify app, and it will upload it to the website, and you can view your live store while you're adding this stuff to the website, so you can see how it looks as you're doing it. So my next step as far as the website goes is I'm gonna buy my own domain, just make it Lovergirl Co, not shop Lovergirl Co at myshopify.com, because I feel like that's tacky. And to do that, I think you have to pay $15. It's either $15 a month or $15 a year. Don't quote me on that, but that's just a heads up whenever you do decide to set up a website. I use Shopify, so I'm not really familiar with other ways that you can set up a website, but if y'all know, let me know in the comments. So my last step, my 10th step, is to create a brand page and promote it. So what I mean by this, what I mean by creating your brand page, whether it be on TikTok, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on Facebook, you need to have some kind of social media that allows you to promote your brand, to promote your product and things like that. And then once you create that brand page, and honestly, I would create a brand page on like all platforms. And that's just, I'm just being honest. Or if you have a personal account, say on TikTok, you can sign up for a business account and you can add things like TikTok shop and things like that. I'm fairly new to TikTok shop, so I'm not gonna get into that with y'all. But I do have a brand page on Instagram at LoverGirlCo, and I'll tag it on here so y'all can go check it out. Y'all can see how my page is set up. But basically with the brand page, when you go on and set up that brand page, we're just going to use Instagram as an example. You have to set up, you know, your username and things like that. So for your username, it should definitely be your brand name or an abbreviation of your brand name or something like that. And the profile picture needs to be your logo or something that represents your brand, or just something for people to know when they come to that page, they know it's your brand. The first thing that I always post, well, the first thing that I posted when I made my brand page, y'all, was just my I forgot what it's called. Hold on. It's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. So this is my, I don't know if y'all be able to see it because of like the light and everything, but this was the first thing that I posted on my page to let people know like my brand is officially like legal. Like I have my LLC, and I just basically posted that first, just letting people know like this is my brand, this is what my brand's about, this is what my brand's gonna have, and then just leave it at that. That's what I make that my first post, and most of the time that brings a lot of traffic. And if you have a personal account and a business account, link those two accounts when you make that post, because people on your personal account, trust me, they're nosy and they want to know what you got going on in life. And plus you have people on your personal account that also want to support you as well. They want to know what you're doing in a positive way. So with that being said, whatever you do, make that post on your brand page. You write your caption or whatever, heartfelt caption, boom, 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 cool. And this is not something that you have to keep up throughout the time as your brand page grows, but it is a really good first post, because a lot of people will come to your page and check it out and see what you got going on. They'll comment, congratulations, oh, this is dope, da-da-da-da. They see you, you know, starting a business, they get inspired, they want to go start a business. So that would be my first post if I was to create a brand page. And then that's what I mean by that, what I mean by promoted. That would be your first step of promotion. And as far as the bio goes, guys, when you're creating your brand page, keep the bio simple, straight to the point. Name of the brand, shipping costs, link to the website, however many days it'll take in production, or something about that item that makes it different from everybody else. Maybe what you sell, like this is a clothing, unisex clothing and accessories line, da-da-da-da. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Have the email, the business email on there, the business phone number, things like that for people to go into and contact you if need be. And that's really how you should, you know, set up your first brand page. Now, I'm not really going to go into detail about, you know, when your page starts to grow and everything like that. I'll probably make that another video, because I do have some tips and tricks for that as well. But while you're creating that brand page, figure out what your aesthetic is going to be. So go back, look at the brand name that you created, look at the market that you want to sell to, and figure out what your aesthetic is going to be, figure out what aesthetics your audience will like and things like that, and then just continue to promote it. But yeah, you guys, so those are my top 10. It was like my only 10. Those are my 10 steps to creating your small business. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about this, please email me. I put my email, my business email in the description. If you guys have any questions regarding this, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you guys want more videos like this, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to, you know, give y'all the tea. And I'm not like one of them people. Right now, I have no reason to charge people for this knowledge. Like, this is knowledge. You can go look this up on Google. I'm just giving you from my personal experience. Some people don't want to look it up on Google. Some people want to watch it on YouTube. And some people want to have a reliable YouTube video to go watch whenever they're going and they're starting their business. That's why I decided to come on here and do this, because really, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And there's no reason why you're just sitting on that business idea. Go start that business, y'all. It's 2023. You only live once. Go and start that business. I promise you won't regret it. It may be hard in the beginning, but what isn't hard in the beginning? You know, it's just like when you're learning a new skill, or you're learning how to play basketball for the first time. It's not just gonna be easy, and it's not just gonna come to you. For some people it does. Most of the time it doesn't. With that being said, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all want to see next. If y'all want more, you know, tips, tricks, and things like that. My next video that I do have coming for y'all, I'm going to show you guys how to create a mock-up for free in Canva. Because some people don't know how to create mock-ups. Some people don't feel like paying for the Adobe programming or whatever to create a mock-up, and I completely understand that. I'm one of those people. If I can finesse it, I will. Because most of the time, y'all, I draw my designs anyways. So that'll probably be my next video for y'all. I do want to get more on the business side of YouTube. Just giving you guys some tips and tricks. There's no reason why y'all shouldn't start that small business though. Okay? Period. So with that being said, if y'all have questions, y'all feel free to reach out to me. I'll be sure to get back to everybody. But if you're new here, thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you've been a fan, I appreciate you always. And I will see all of y'all in the next video, okay? Bye.
Before you get dismissed, pay my own condo and I pay my own bills. Always 50-50 in relationships. The shoes on my feet